Alright, hello there, and welcome to another Starfield video. So today we're taking a look at a mod that's pretty interesting. So this is the preview spaceship interior by Reality IDR. So it does what it says in the tin. It basically allows you to preview the ship, any ship kind of interior after you've built it without needing to run around, run back and forth between the vendor and stuff. So this will be a pretty interesting mod for anybody who either if you're, let's say you're new starting off with shipbuilding, or you're trying to see kind of how a layout would work. So yeah, let's go check it out, shall we?
Hey, I need to talk with you.
No, you don't. All right, so here we are at the shipbuilder. So we're gonna go talk to the ship service technician.
Okay, no problem.
And you'll notice with the ship. Oops, I'm good. Hold on for 1 second. All right, sorry, I'm back. So yeah, so you need to modify the ship. So there's a couple of asterisks. First one is you have to modify the ship. It has to be also your home ship. I'm gonna really quickly. I'm gonna delete this piece. We're gonna click save, and then here we go. Preview ship interior. So we're gonna press A. And we get a loading screen. And here we are inside the ship. So this is very cool. You can see how you've kind of laid out the ship. It's really handy for like I said, if you're like, this mod might not be for you if you're the sort of person where you don't really care how your ship looks, or you kind of know the layout of the habs, or you're using a specific mod. But if you're starting off, or you are the sort of person where you like to see what's going on. Now, in order to leave, you have to just press the pause button and it'll say return to shipbuilder. We're gonna click yes. I'm gonna really quickly, we're gonna modify this ship a little bit, just because I want to see what happened with that docker. We're gonna remove that docker. I start slapping some stuff down, just to kind of see. That's all one berth. Let's make that living quarters. Make this berth. We'll make this a living quarters. And then we will have a captain's quarters. Captain quarters. And we're gonna... Oh yeah, I need to put my docker, my bad. We're just gonna slot this in underneath. That's what she said. Alright, let's back ours. So we're gonna save. And then we get the option preview. So it's interesting that it spawns you in the cockpit, which is pretty cool. I'm just going to check a few things. So can you decorate? All right, so technically you can decorate inside. I'm just going to actually see what happens. We're going to put some stuff down just to see if it saves. I'm assuming it would, but we need something that's like really cheap to make. We'll get some chairs. All right, so we're going to just put some chairs down there. This is obviously, I'm just doing this to test, just to see what would happen. It actually saves. So we come up here and we have the captain's quarter. We have the... This is like very handy for like if you are trying to lay out your ship in a specific way and you don't use place your own doors, which I know a lot of people like it. I've started using it just because it adds extra pieces, which is nice. But personally, I'm not a huge, like, I don't really care that much how the layout of the ship is. This would be kind of more my cup of tea. Just because it's, yeah. Although place my own doors is it's a very useful mod. Alright, so I want to really quickly see what happens if we go through the door. That's my other concern. We're gonna see if Crimson can break the mod. So we're gonna go downstairs. I'm gonna assume nothing would really happen, but we'll see. Alright, so there's a door. What happens if I click it? Okay. Alright, so that's interesting. So I'm assuming leaving the ship is the same, potentially? Now, obviously, I wouldn't recommend that because that's not the way the mod author does it. We're gonna really quickly, we're gonna delete a piece real quick, and then we're going to go inside the ship again. Yeah, we're gonna preview. Let's see if those pieces are still there. So it is effectively, you know, like the ship is all, you know, functioning one piece. I want to see what does it let me fly this ship? It's gonna be pretty interesting if I like fly the ship and then press the pause button. We're gonna take off. See, this is like again, I always like stress. I'm not a modder, but this seems really impressive to me. The fact that this is a thing. Like the mod author has made found a way to spawn you inside the ship when you click the button, and then also when you bring up the menu, spawn you back outside, which is really cool. Now, if I press the pause button, okay, so yeah, so once again, yeah, once again, it seems like you can fly again. I don't see there being a big issue necessarily, but maybe the mod author, I mean, to be fair, the mod author has done some awesome work in the past. They've made Astrogate, which is fucking phenomenal. Probably like my top one, like spaceship travel mod. Yeah, all in all, it's a pretty short video today, just because there's not really a lot I can do to showcase it. Like, it's just Bob's your uncle, but I just wanted to highlight it, just because you know how the creation UI is. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Would you guys find benefit to this? Like I said, I think it'll be very useful for people who are kind of starting off, or if you're someone like me who, like, you're messing with a lot of different mods. Like when I do kind of like, say, where I'm showcasing hab mods, a lot of the time I'll be like, oh, hab's done, let me run, go inside, look. This will kind of allow you to kind of see it. Now, one thing I would say, and like, this is just a kind of a, is I wonder how difficult or tricky it would be to make it so that when you're in the shipbuilder, you can actually see the interior.
Hey,
Like, let's say,
can
for
I?
instance,
Okay, no.
if I let's say if I modify this ship, right, and I go in really close, you'll see there's nothing there. See, I can't actually, it's just like completely empty. And that's, you know, I think that's probably just a game limitation, but I wonder what would happen if you would have been able. Anyway, that's just a side note. Yeah, that's pretty much it anyway. Awesome mod as always. Yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. Catch you in the next one. Bye-bye. All right, so just a little side note at the end. I think I accidentally broke the mod by doing those things.
Okay, no
So
problem.
either leaving the ship prematurely or taking it off may have broken it, because when I try to, let's say, for instance, I've got the ship set as my home ship, and if I make a modification and back out, I don't get the option to go and inspect the ship anymore. So that's just something to keep in mind. Obviously, you know, the mod author says in the description, press the pause menu to back out of it. Don't do what I did, because if you do what I did, I think you might be fucked. But yeah, that's just pretty little kind of note at the end there. Yeah, as always, guys, thanks for watching, and bye-bye.